Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about 4 ways that you can automate your client journey. So the reason why I want to talk about automation and how to automate your client journey is because that we've found that advisors have mixed feelings when it comes to automation. We're hearing questions on what does automation actually look like? How is it going to help us save time? And then how can we have our team get bought in? So we're finding that sometimes everyone on staff may not be on board to automation for various reasons. If you have someone on your team that's been there for a long time, sometimes automation can actually eliminate some of the tasks that they used to be responsible for, which can be a challenge. If you are a business owner, you may be hesitant that, okay, if I invest in these automations, is it actually going to work? And then finally, how can you keep your client experience personalized with automation? So recently we interviewed some of our past clients at Level Best, and we found some really good feedback on how automation has helped them. So the first one that I love to talk about is that a lot of our past clients said they have saved roughly 6 to 10 hours with automating their business processes. So that's really huge across the board. For everyone we surveyed, most of them said this was true for them. And then the other 2 points that they talked about is just like quality of life. So a lot of them said that because of automation, not only were they able to save, money on their practice, but they also were able to spend more time with their family because the automation is helping reduce some of the tasks that used to be done by the firm. And then I love this one. One of our advisors said that it felt like they had an extra pair of hands in their office through automation. But one thing to keep in mind about automating your business is that you need to have workflows in place before you can actually automate. So as we go through these 4 points, that's something that you want to think about. If you don't have repeatable processes in place, you need to do that first and have it documented before you can actually start automation. So now I want to dive into the 4 tips that I have for you. So the first piece that I want to talk about is around your sales process. So one of the easy ways that you can automate in your sales process is first identifying all the ways that you generate leads. And then from there, making sure they're linked into your email marketing system and your CRM. So if you think about it, most of the time, firms get leads from various places. It may be through webinars, seminars, through your website, or through referrals and COIs. So what you want to do is identify, okay, if I get a COI, typically they're sending me an email introduction right in my inbox through Outlook or G Suite, right? So how can I automatically get that contact into my email system? Then if you're generating leads through, let's say, your website, how are those leads getting automatically added into your email marketing system or your CRM? So this is going to help with data entry. Data entry is the easiest low-hanging fruit when it comes to automation. So some of the things that we're seeing is that firms are linking their email system or their email marketing campaign system into their scheduling software, adding it into their website. So if someone signs up for your email list, and you can use automation tools like Zapier or Power Automate if your system can't do that. And if you want to hear more about those third-party systems that help with automation, just comment below and I'll make sure I record a video on that. Now I want to move into onboarding. So when you are onboarding, a quick tip for automation that you want to look for in your RIA firm is making sure when you collect data, it can automatically sync into your onboarding tools. So there's a lot of good stuff here. The first piece that comes to mind for me is account opening. So a lot of firms like to have a way to collect the information needed to pre-populate the paperwork and then get that sent to the client. You can automate this. We're seeing firms use systems like Precise FP or JotForm. Now what this looks like. So let's say you are collecting data from a client and you want to pre-populate the paperwork. Depending on your CRM, you may collect the information through your form and then the form automatically syncs that information into your CRM. And then from there, the CRM pre-populates the paperwork. That's an example. Precise FP is a good tool that automatically integrates with some of the custodians. So that's something that you can look at. But the main tools that we're seeing firms use is Precise FP and JotForm to collect that paperwork information and then pre-populate it into the CRM. So that is a tool to look at for account opening, but also when you're collecting any information from the client, you want to make sure that that information syncs. Now, for me, I look at automations and integrations differently. So a native integration is an integration where two systems already speak to each other, where the data can sync into that other tool. It's like a data feed. So I would also look for opportunities to send data to your other systems. So a lot of CRMs, especially in our industry, are already integrated with the other tools. So when you get that new client and you want to add them into your financial planning software or any other tools, find those low-hanging fruit integrations. And then this takes me on to the review meeting process. So there's a lot of different ways to automate. I just wanted to give you a quick list here. But for automating in the review meeting process, I have to go with the AI note-taking features. So we've been seeing firms use so many different tools when it comes to note-taking. If you're using Zoom, you can have Zoom take notes easily. There's a lot of industry-specific tools as well. One of the favorites that we're hearing about is Zox.io. So that's a really good tool that a lot of firms are using, but there's so many more out there. So what I would really urge you to do is take some time and look at AI note-taking tools. If you are looking to hear from other people, talk to the different communities that you're a part of. I know like in FinOps Co-op, it's been a big discussion for us, but there's so many opportunities for AI note-taking. It will require you to record meetings, which is very common now anyways. And so from there, the AI can generate a transcript, a note summary, and there's so much more. AI is changing every day. For me, I like using ChatGPT. I am on the paid version, so I can actually take my notes and say, generate a summary. There's a lot of different ways that you can do this, whereas someone else in our team, we record the meeting note summary through Zoom, and he actually pulls the Zoom note summary and adds it in. So there's various ways that you can do this, but from the advisors we're working with, they love it and they're saving a lot of time and resources too, because previously we would have note takers in the meeting taking those notes. So that's a way to not only save time, but reduce expenses. The final piece that I want to talk about across your sales process, onboarding, reviewing process is leveraging scheduling software. I'm most familiar with Calendly. Leveraging scheduling software to send out standardized meeting agendas to your clients and standardized follow-up to your clients. I think that's the biggest opportunity that we are seeing. That's another big piece when we interviewed advisors. How are you saving time? And it's through scheduling software. So what that requires you to do is have standardized themed meetings. So for example, let's say you have a discovery meeting in your sales process. What you want to do there is create that standardized agenda. So before the client meets with you, your marketing materials can automatically go out and your meeting agenda can automatically go out. In your review meeting process, you can do the same thing. If you want to remind them to upload information in the portal and you know that you do it before every meeting, you can automatically have that sent out. Of course, meeting reminders, things like that. And what I love about scheduling software is that you can customize. You don't have to have it be a cookie cutter process. You can customize it to your liking. So that wraps up my 4 tips for how to automate within your RIA practice. I hope you found this helpful. If you want to subscribe to more tips from me and the Level Best team, feel free to subscribe below. I'm also including an ebook below on how to automate your RIA practice in 8 easy steps.